Hey everyone, today I have the Lego Dune Atreides Royal Ornithopter. This is a part of the Lego Icons theme, set number 10327, 1,369 pieces. This set is classified as an 18 plus set. The Ornithopter released in February of 2024 and retails for $165, though I have been seeing sales on Amazon and many places. On one side of the box has another look at the Ornithopter with the Dune logo. On the back of the box features another look with all the minifigures, the dimensions, and how tall the Baron is, and then it has a few more pictures of some of the functions and even a picture from the movie. And on top of the box just has the minifigure lineup. So with majority of the 18 plus sets, the instruction manual features a few pages at the beginning with some information about the set that you bought, whether it's, what it's based off of or information about the designer or the build itself. So for the first few pages, it features every single minifigure that comes in the set and a brief description of the character. Feel free to pause and read, but I just really love when these instruction manuals include stuff like that because it gives extra experience for the building, and it also just gives more for the instruction manual to offer. Here's a nice picture from the movie as well, and then some more descriptions. So this is just so cool when instruction manuals do this. Up first is Paul Atreides wearing his formal Atreides attire. He does have a small little knife. I really love the torso printing. There's no leg printing or arm printing, as it's just a plain uniform except for the chest and area. And then the back printing just looks pretty good. The face is just like a regular straight face. He does have just a normal hair piece, nothing new. Paul does have a second face with a more kind of just small smile. Next is Lady Jessica, who is wearing her gold dress that she wears when they arrive on Arrakis in the movie. And I gotta say, I just love the printing on this minifigure. On the back is the back printing as well. Nothing on the back of the dress, but the front looks absolutely phenomenal. And the printing continues along on her face when she has that kind of veil over her face. And her second face printing is without the veil. It's just kind of a straight face, but this is a great minifigure. I really love the printing. The next minifigure is Duke Leto Atreides. Has a still suit on, which is absolutely fantastic printing. I love how it looks. Lego did a very good job. He has a pair of binoculars, a face print with a beard, which looks good, and just a regular black hair piece, kind of slick back. And his second face print is a happy one. Next up is Gurney Halleck, who is wearing Atreides battle armor, which I really do like. It utilizes the armor shoulder piece, which does have the printing as well. None on the shoulders, so it does look a little bit off, but nothing too bad at all. But the printing on the torso and legs looks fantastic. Same with the back, it looks really good. The face print looks really good as well, and he does have some slick back gray hair. With the shoulder piece off, the front and back printing looks good. There's a closer look at the back printing without the shoulders covering half of it, and the front looks pretty much identical to what the shoulder piece looks like. And like the other minifigures, the second face print has a smile. The next minifigure is Chani, who is also wearing a still suit like Duke Leto, so the printing is the same, but it still looks fantastic. She is also holding a crysknife, which is just a plain white blade, but it represents the crysknife, and then she does also have a scarf piece. The face print looks good, having the blue eyes from using the spice on Arrakis, and she does have just a ponytail brown hair piece. The second face has the still suit mask that you can put on. Duncan Idaho is wearing his casual clothes but ready to attack. The torso printing looks excellent, showing the creases and wrinkles on his shirt. There is no printing on the legs, as it's just plain green pants, and the back printing looks good as well, featuring some more creases. He is holding a knife, and then the face print looks really good. The hairpiece I really like as well, showing this kind of man bun, which looks really good, with some side strands hanging on each side. His second face print is a more serious one when he's in battle. Liette Kynes is also wearing a still suit, so the printing is the same, but still looks really good. She is holding two of the claw/grapple pieces that they use to ride the sandworms, so that is very cool to see. And then she does have a cloth cape piece, which is awesome. The hair piece looks good, and she does have the blue eyes. And like Chani, the second face print is the still suit mask. And lastly is Baron Harkonnen, who has the longest cloth piece ever worn by a minifigure. I mean, it is insane to see, and there's a nice print going along the whole front side, nothing on the back, and there pretty much is no printing on his actual minifigure as the cloth piece covers him, so this is the printing. There is only one face print showing his old age with all the wrinkles. It's just so insane to see such a long cloth piece. The Ornithopter looks amazing. I love the way this build looks. The building experience was very interesting as well, as it's mostly Technic, especially, with all the functions and interior workings. It's really just the outside that is actual, bricks and plates. So my fingers were definitely hurting after the build. It's kind of a Technic build in disguise without the name. Starting off here in the front with the cockpit, the windscreens look very nice. On each side is the big windscreen that's pretty much used on the UCS X-Wing. On the front, this is a new piece created to get that down angle, which does look very good and gets the job done. And on the top are 2 windows placed to make this one long window, which looks good. On each side is a printed Atreides logo, and to get in the cockpit, each side can simply lift up like that, just like in the movie, which is very awesome. There are 2 seats within the cockpit that you can fit minifigures on, and at the front here is a printed control panel along with 2 handles to fly the Ornithopter. Already, it's just a cool feature to open up the cockpit like that, and it fits seamlessly back into place. Under the cockpit are 8 lights represented by transclear pieces. Along the side here, you can see inside a little bit, but that's the trade-off with all the techniques and the functions, but you can kind of see a lot of the Technic in there. On the top are some more bricks and plates, detailing the angles and the armor plating of the Ornithopter. The tail of the Ornithopter looks really good. Here's the main feature for the wing function, which I'll showcase in a little bit. And this is actually where you grab the Ornithopter. It's actually really sturdy. It carries the entire weight of the ship back here, which is really cool to see. Under the Ornithopter is the ramp that comes down for, people to walk in and out of, since there is, the interior is basically all Technic, but the ramp does look very good, and it's basically the landing gear as well. So it's all connected. This is all connected. So to retract the landing gear and get the landing gear out, there's a small piece on each side that you simply twist, and all the Technic pieces retract the landing gear. It's a very cool feature, and you simply just do it the opposite way and the landing gear comes out. Here's a closer look at the underside of all the Technic pins and all the connections that get, this function to work. Now, of course, the main functions are the wings. So there's a nozzle up here on top that you simply push forward, and the wings outstretch into the flight position. It is just such a awesome and accurate technique, and it's just very cool to see. And then, of course, like I showed earlier, this back nozzle is what does the main play feature, which is like that, moving the wings. Of course, it's not going as fast like in the movie, because that's not really possible, but this is just such a cool feature and function, and just very accurate too, and Lego did a very good job. That's pretty much as fast as you can make it, but it still looks really good. The functions are so awesome. One of my favorite things to do is replicate the dive bomb that they do in the movies with the wings. It's just so fun to do. And then when the wings are outstretched, it is a very wide set. And when you want the wings to retract, you simply just pull the Technic piece back and the wings retract. So it's just such a awesome function. So when the wings are in their flight mode, you get a closer look at the side detail and the armor plating. So this is the nozzle that the landing gear retracts and comes out of, and then on each side are 2 engine thrusters. This Ornithopter just looks fantastic, and I really love the way it was designed, and to get all the accurate functions that the real Ornithopter does. It's just very cool to see in Lego form. I would highly recommend this set for any Dune fan, because this is just a really good representation of the Ornithopter. It's a really good display as well. Lego also did an amazing job with every single minifigure, and it's very cool getting this pretty big minifigure lineup of, some of the more main and iconic characters from the Dune franchise and Dune Part 1. Also, this is not the official stand or clear stand that Baron Harkonnen comes on. I unfortunately lost that stand in my parts collection. Here's a better look at it. It's just a clear rod piece. With it being Technic, there comes a lot of different colors, the yellow and a lot of red, but like I said, it doesn't really take away from the look. Overall, this is just an amazing set that comes with some great minifigures and a very well-designed build that is packed with features and functions that are very cool, and I definitely recommend it. Anyways, that was the review, so definitely lightsaber slash that like button and hit the subscribe button. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace.